she's so fine. Hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? This story is coming out of Durham, North Carolina. It came out yesterday, and I want to thank Marie722 for sending it to me. It's coming via the Today Show. Quote, I felt humiliated, end quote. High school student made to cut hair during softball game. A high school student in Durham, North Carolina is speaking out after she had to cut her hair in the middle of a softball game to continue playing. Nicole Pyles, who is black, said that she was wearing her hair in braids with beads on the end, a style that she had worn for several games before her softball team's final home game of the season on April the 19th. The sophomore at Hillside High School told Today that her team was winning at the beginning of the second inning when the umpire told her coach that her hairstyle made it impossible to see the number on the back of her jersey. Nicole said that in an effort to rectify the situation, she tucked her hair inside the collar of her shirt. But another complaint was made in the bottom of the second inning. I said something to the ump. I asked him, quote, you've seen me play before, so why is it an issue, end quote. And he said, quote, it's a rule, so there's not much I can do about it right now, end quote. Pyles 16 told Today by phone. That's a picture of Nicole Pyles, number 6. Rather than leave the game or stop playing, Pyles removed the beads from her hair. Quote, I was upset, but I went back to the dugout. And so my team, they were confused and upset as well, but they cut some of the beads and other ones were snatching beads out of my hair, so I was able to play because I wasn't going to let beads hold me back from playing a softball game, end quote, she said. Pyles, who also spoke to NBC affiliate WRAL, said that in previous games, no one had mentioned the beads or told her she couldn't wear them. She also plays volleyball for her school and never received a complaint there. In a statement to Today, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association said that they were following a regulation from the National Federation of State High School Associations, which provides uniform playing rules nationwide. Quote, as a member of NFHS, the NCHSAA follows all NFHS playing rules and regulations, including Softball Rule 325, which states that, quote, plastic visors, bandanas, and hair beads are prohibited, end quote, said Commissioner Q. Tucker in the statement. Quote, this is not a new rule, and when the violation was noticed by an umpire, the proper determination of illegal equipment was verified, supported by the NFHS rule, end quote. Pyles said she felt that the complaint was made because her team was winning at the time. Quote, in my head at the time, why me? Why do I have to take my beads out just because the other team is losing? Why can't we just play a normal softball game, end quote, she said. Quote, I felt humiliated. Just why, end quote. Her father, Julius Pyles, told Today by phone that he was, quote, infuriated, end quote, by the situation when his daughter came home from the game and told him what had happened. Quote, I understand if there's a rule. That rule should have been enforced from day one, not at the end of the season, Julian Pyles said. To have someone literally pull stuff out of your hair and cut your hair, and then you've got to go out and be humiliated, that's where I draw the line, end quote. Julian Pyles said he felt the actions were, quote, discriminatory, end quote, noting that Nicole's softball team was predominantly black and the other team predominantly white. Quote, I'm still upset. I'm going to continue to talk about it because this is about not only my child, but these young ladies and gentlemen, that now you have caused a chilling effect to these young ladies who may now think, quote, if I continue to play sports, am I going to be treated differently, end quote, he said. The Southern Coalition for Social Justice is hoping that the situation leads to an expansion of the Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair Act, an ordinance passed in Durham in January of 2020 that bans workplace hair discrimination. The coalition said in a statement that they are hoping that the ordinance will be expanded to include hair discrimination in educational settings. Quote, being singled out in this manner for a hairstyle she had worn in a number of previous games was embarrassing and demoralizing, said the coalition. We are proud to be working with Nicole and her family to raise awareness of this incident and the important issue of racial bias in school and athletic dress codes, end quote. Julian Pyles said that he has asked for an apology from Nicole's school, the school of the opposing team, Jordan High School, and the NCHSAA. So far, he said he has received none of those. Quote, "We empathize with the student athlete and her experience," said the NCHSAA's Tucker. "It is truly unfortunate, as we believe this situation should never have occurred. The NCHSAA expectation is that coaches will know the playing rules and ensure that their players are also aware of them prior to participating in any athletic contest," end quote. Durham Public Schools, the district that includes both Nicole's team and the opposing team, said in a statement on Wednesday that they are, quote, "actively investigating the circumstances," end quote, that led to the incident. Quote, "Durham Public Schools recognize that the National Federation of State High School Associations has a specific rule, Rule 325, against hair beads. However, DPS believes this rule is culturally biased," end quote, said the district. So, hey, at least they're looking at it, and they actually admitted that it is culturally biased. So, that's a start anyway. But I did want to bring awareness as well to the situation. So, yeah, I'm just looking at the photo, and I just don't see how it even comes close to her. Her hang time isn't even on the 6th. So I don't even understand what the issue is in the first place. That was bogus for telling her that instead of just saying, "Hey, you're in violation of Rule 325. He said, "Oh, I can't see your number." Anyways, I'm going to end the video on that note. Thanks for watching, guys.